New rods from Sage are always of interest. Their latest release in 2025 are the classic R8s. These are described as medium action trout rods. I'm here with my good mate Steve Peach on a lovely stretch of stream to see what we think of them. So I think we'll start with the 6, Steve. I've got 4, 5 and 6 here with me. But we'll start with this. Now the line on this, one thing about these rods, and I mentioned this several times, these are very line sensitive.
Yeah.
You know, these do not handle, in my view, do not handle being uplined. And I've got on here the technical trout, which is right to specs. You know, and this is the line that the guys at Sage recommended I put on this rod. I think a lot of people just put on the line that they used on their old 6 or 5, and it doesn't work. These are quite line sensitive.
Yeah.
So I'll just start with a short cast. Real swirly breeze today, real challenging. A minute ago it was blowing downstream, now it's blowing upstream.
But those are the real river conditions that you know, we're going to face when we go out fishing.
Real life river conditions, that's it. Beautiful. God, they cast so beautifully. You know, I'm at my age, I'm over fast rods. I'm sick of it. I had a lifetime of things like the TCX and the TCR, although they have their moment. These are, to me, are the sort of supreme trout fishing rods, particularly dry fly.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Even casting into that breeze, just with a sort of slow action. As long as I keep my loop relatively compact.
Beautiful.
Just unrolls beautifully.
Beautiful. Start very short. Just give it a you know, a fishing scenario cast on this river. I fished this river many years ago, and a lot of fish were caught at that sort of range. You know that.
100%. Yeah, I mean, your best dry fly fishing is always going to be in close. Yeah,
and that's when you want a rod that bends, you know, rather than one that's very stiff.
I posted a video just recently, Pete, about basically just casting the leader with an 18 to 20 foot dry fly leader and literally no fly line out the rod tip, just casting the leader. And this kind of rod that loads under its own weight like that, absolutely beautiful for that. You'd need a longer leader than this one, obviously. But it would be perfect for that sort of style of
nice
of dry fly.
I fished that in New Zealand last summer.
That
particular rod on some big lake fish. I didn't fish any rivers with it. Did some Polaroiding with it, which, as you know, in New Zealand can be absolutely superb. Around the lake margins. I think this is a rod for, in this part of the world, the Tassie guys, Polaroiding, where casts are invariably fairly short and the rod is just loads and bends so easily, and you can be super smooth with it. Super smooth. Now, how's it roll cast? Just get a dead line roll cast into this breeze. Fine. Absolutely fine. Let's get a little more dynamic. Always going to work. A bit high into that breeze there, my finish. Just blew back us a little. Direct it down. Lovely. And the other thing I was playing around with, so we call presentation casts those casts that you need to throw in order to present a fly under difficult circumstances. And I did a little wiggle cast with this, and man, does it wiggle. It's just beautiful for that, because the wiggling, beautiful even wiggles, the wiggling is in the rod as opposed to in your hand. You know, you just set up a middle node wobble there, beautiful for downstream presentations.
Lovely.
Have a crack at that.
And I suppose because you're really using a much slower kind of casting stroke with this, you've got plenty of time with the line in the air, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah.
So plenty of time to do whatever mends you want, you know, if you want to just kick a little reach bend into it or something. Absolutely beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So definitely really nice for those.
Yeah, real dry fly dropper,
casts.
summertime dry dropper.
Yeah.
You could most certainly whack a hopper out on that, no problem at all.
I like to use a lot of negative curve casts, so underpowered curve casts.
Yep.
Like that, especially when I'm fishing upstream. It's not a downstream cast, but when I'm fishing upstream.
Not a bad downstream cast, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know, for those sort of controlled negative curves with a bit of slack in the tippet, that's absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing you've got to be smooth with this rod. I put it in the hands of someone last week, and he's a fast caster.
Yeah.
Right. He did not understand.
Yeah.
And this was. That's his normal casting stroke.
Yeah.
You get away with that with a really stiff rod.
Yeah.
Okay, a fast action rod. You get away with that. But with this thing, the moment you start to whack it, you're going to have problems. You need to be as smooth. You need to complement the smoothness of this rod with your casting stroke.
Yeah. Absolutely. If you power it too much through the middle, that tip is just going to deflect too much and then come up again at the end of the cast.
And there's a bit of movement in that tip.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I describe these as medium action rods.
Yep.
Not even medium fast, just lovely medium. All right, let's have a cast with the 5.
Yeah. I think that tailing tendency also would be an issue if you overlined these rods.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, exactly. If you start putting heavier lines on, nah. They just don't work. They don't like it.
No.
Don't like it, they say. Let's just start really short. Yeah, just beautiful. So this rod has the double taper on it. Has a double taper line, which you don't see very often. But again, I was talking to the guys at Sage at Far Bank, and they said, "Oh, put the double taper on. Oh, you'll love it. You'll love it." Yeah. And that's what it is. This is a Rio double taper line, technical trout. No, light line double taper. And this thing will handle your 15, 18, 20 foot leaders.
Yeah.
No problem at all. That to me is the kind of rod you want, where you build speed through a longer stroke as opposed to a short whack, whack, whack stroke.
Yeah.
You can really, around the butt there, you can really lay into this with a long stroke.
Yeah.
Okay. Wiggle, roll cast, double taper, you know. It's all spey casters yearn for a double taper spey line. They used to make them. That's all we used to use. All they used to use.
Yeah.
But in a dynamic roll cast, there we go. A static roll cast, absolutely fine.
Lovely.
Leader didn't roll over, but into that breeze, we have a little tricky breeze there. Okay, so see what you think.
Yeah, of course the other advantage of the double taper is when it wears out, you can turn it around and fish the other end.
You reverse it. So these are sort of this grey colour on one end and a green colour on the other end.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
You know, my mate Matt Howell said, these are just fishing rods. If anyone takes these out and starts trying to throw, you know, 60, 70, 80, 100 foot casts with them, a good caster can, you're missing the whole point of them.
Yeah.
These are dry fly, supreme dry fly rods in my view. Yeah. And dry dropper and small nymphs, you know, small nymphs under an indicator.
Yeah, perfect.
But nothing too bulky. Perhaps a single hopper in summer.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. So I noticed before when you were casting a little bit longer, Pete, you on the forward cast, you're using a longer stroke, and you were just dropping down a little bit on that forward cast.
Yeah.
So as not to, just to keep that tip in the right path. See, I cast a tail there because I overpowered it a little bit. But when you do want to open it up, you're sort of dropping it down a little bit.
There is actually a point there where the loop forms and then you drop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's barely discernible. That's it. You've got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Barely discernible.
Yeah. Lovely. This line and rod combo feels just beautiful to me.
Glorious, isn't it?
It's a different load sort of to the other line on the 6-weight, isn't it? But they both
different feel altogether.
Yeah, it is a different feel.
Yeah.
This is lovely.
That's the thing about these rods is feel. They have so much feel to them.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So this is an 8-foot 6-4.
All right. That breeze is playing a little bit of havoc at the moment.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, we'll deal with it. Yeah.
Just a little more line out there. It's incredibly light in the hand, this 4-weight. Yeah.
Fantastically light, isn't it?
It is fantastically light, yeah. And I can imagine, you know, you get wonderful tippet protection out of this. I like fishing very, very light tippets for dry fly, 7X a lot of the time.
That's one of the great advantages of these medium action rods.
Yeah.
You know, you fish 7X on a fast taper rod, and I imagine you've got to be so careful.
Yeah.
You're going to break it. Yeah. And
yeah,
with
100%.
tiny little hooks, pulling the hooks.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That is, yeah, it's absolutely lovely. It feels not only the actual weight in hand and the sort of the casting stroke, but it feels very light for a 4-weight. It sort of feels almost like a 3-weight to me to cast.
Yeah.
It's just got a super light.
A little snowy mountain.
Action. Oh.
Kosciuszko stream.
Small stream. Yeah. Absolutely.
Nice little gust of breeze coming through there. It's still turned over.
Yeah. And if I just reach out a little bit, whoop. Wind got that.
Yeah. Punch it a bit harder.
Yeah. Here's the breeze. Just
so
out of interest.
we're throwing into a reasonable breeze here. You know, that's
if I get my technique right.
You can see the willows in the background, and we're throwing into it, and that leader's straightened out beautifully.
Yeah.
Tighten the loops up.
Yep.
There we go.
Lovely. Yeah, that's really sweet, mate.
Let me have a throw with that. No, I was gentle there. I didn't rip it out of your hand. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. And the butt there. I'll go into a more traditional upright trout accuracy style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is really the way I think these rods should be cast most of the time, is a much more traditional elbow forward style.
Yeah.
You know, you're on a small stream where accuracy is so vital.
Mm-hmm.
This is the most accurate casting style you can use. Yeah, beautiful. Now, how's it roll cast? Little switch cast. Lovely. Lovely.
Lovely.
Bloody lovely. One thing about casting these rods is you want to start the bend down here and then roll that bend out the tip. Okay, straighten the rod at the end of the cast there. But by applying, if you think about it, pulling through with the butt here, I can feel this bending through here, and then that bend sort of rolling up the rod. I don't know if technically that's what happens, but that's certainly what it feels like to me. So I'm really casting with the whole rod as opposed to tip casting. Okay, so here's tip casting, and here's just casting with the whole rod, really generating the power down here. That's what they excel at. Okay. For those of us who love those medium action rods, I think this is probably the best series of them since the LLs. And the LLs are collectible items. You know, they're collectible rods. People are selling their LLs, if they're selling them, for as much as they paid for them 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, and I put these in much the same category. Look at that, just beautiful.
Yeah.
Just beautiful.
Yeah, it's lovely. The last really light sage rod that I had like this was the Circa.
Yes, Circa is even slower.
Yeah.
Even slower, and I've kept one Circa.
Yeah.
I think the 8'6" 3-weight or 8 is also highly collectible.
Yeah.
There was so with sage, there's always the super fast rods.
Yeah.
You know, currently that's the igniter, although that's going to be replaced pretty shortly. The igniter, then there's the flagship rod, which is the R8 core. Then between them is the R8 salt. Now on this end, on the slower end, getting slower with each move, we now got the classic.
Yeah.
And that's, I would say, as slow as they'll go in these rods. So people always think of sages making blazingly fast rods, but it's not true. If you're prepared to look at the range, they make something in there for everybody.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, 100%. And this is just a beautiful dry fly rod. Yeah. There we go. Good breeze there. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, that's down to good casting, but that's got a lot to do with that rod as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's just, you know, if you just let it unload right, don't overpower it.
Yep.
Just turns over beautifully.
Just turns over beautifully. Lovely.
Yeah, that's lovely, mate.
Lovely. Good stuff, Peachy. Thanks for that, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Good to catch up again.
Yep.
And
let's go catch a trout.
yeah, I'm so glad you like them. I think we should go and put them into action, eh?
I think so.
Yeah, enough standing around gabba gabba gabba. I'm getting dry. All right.